You today? Well, here's a little bit of a hint. Dance your cares away, worries for another day, let the music play.
Down at Fraggle Rock!
That's it. Let's go, Gobo. Come on.
Okay.
I kind of lost Gobo while he was looking for radishes, so I gotta go find him. But in the meantime, here's a behind-the-scenes tour with John Tartaglia on how the puppets make it to the big screen.
Hello. Welcome to the Jim Henson Creature Shop in New York City. This is where it all begins. It starts with raw materials just like this. This is foam. This is like upholstery foam. It gets flat patterned and creates the shape of the puppet inside. And then it gets covered in things like this. Look at this amazing array of different furs and fabrics. Fraggles, for example, are covered in this amazing fleece called Antron fleece that can be dyed in any color. And it's got this really thick, fuzzy pile on top that we love because we can sew two pieces of that fabric together and then pick out the seams, and it completely it disappears. It's like magic. So this is our dye room. This is where our amazing dyer, Jason Weber, spends a lot of time. And we can literally dye almost anything. And it's a fun process because you get to basically choose like what looks best on your character. So maybe this kind of orange, maybe that kind of orange, maybe a darker orange, or maybe you don't want to go that way, you want to go more of a yellow. So these are our giant pots that we use when you need to dye a big amount of fabric or fur. Inside of here, we put a bunch of dye, a bunch of water, and eventually you have beautifully colored fabric. We were creating our new background Fraggles for Fraggle Rock. There's some swatches in here of like different furs and different fabrics and different things we were using. So this is kind of like a rainbow of Fraggle right here. But we give a lot of thought to like, what colors are gonna look the best in the background, which ones need to pop more in the front. The foam that the puppets get sheet patterned from comes in this room and gets glued, but we do spray painting in here. Any kind of like heavy duty chemicals get used in this room. This is the tools and machinery room. So this is where like when we need to bend rods, when we need to make some sort of structure to go inside the puppets, if they're being posed in armature, that can happen in here. Basically like all the heavy duty sanding and all the cutting and things like that happens in this room. This is my favorite part of the Creature Shop. If you need different facial features, this is where you come. So literally there are drawers full of eyes. So if you need specific eyes, you go in this drawer and here they are. You put them on your puppet. We also, of course, have noses, because why wouldn't you have noses? You also have a bag of teeth, because who doesn't need a bag of teeth? You have eyebrows, you have eyelids, you have every mustache you could possibly think of. Oftentimes a new character, in this case, a character we have on Fraggle Rock Back to the Rock Season 2, her name is Mezzo, voiced by Ariana DeBose, starts off as a sketch. And we go through, a series of different looks for the characters, trying to kind of find exactly what we want her to look like. And then what's really, really cool is once we have an idea, the magic really happens from the puppet builders because they put their heart and their souls into these characters. And so you can see how these drawings, which are very different from the finished product, become this beautiful puppet that was custom made and built just for the show and involves everything we talked about. The foam inside, the fleece, the fur, and a lot of love and a lot of heart. And that's what makes a Fraggle or a puppet like this come to life.